What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. Honey, I have to get that sun out of my eyes. Hanging on the diva's eyelids. What's going on, y'all? Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. That's what I have to say. Comment even before the damn video gets started. Figure out a way, girl, to say something. Okay, we're going to be here in a second. So I wanted to let y'all know we don't have anything to talk about. I did not watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills last night. Sorry, E40. All right, so this person is kind of like parked in my little spot, like I like to park. Oh God, I guess I could go over here. I don't want to be next to. I don't like to be next to any cars. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Oh shit, the sun, girl. All right. So y'all, let's talk. We don't have nothing to talk about. I didn't watch it. I did not watch it. So just, scoping out my scene, you know what I'm saying? Trying to see what's going on. So how have you guys been doing? Has everybody been doing okay? Are we all maintaining our sanity? Are you guys getting sun? Are you... I have to keep the car going for a second because I'm cold. Are you, separating work from your home? Like, are you closing down the work computer or the workstation that you've created if you're working from home to like kind of separate that? Or you have it in an office somewhere that you can't, see when you are in your home, you know what I mean? So, so much better. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. Okay? So let's talk about, I want to talk about, I have 3 things to talk about, okay? So, I have 3 things to talk about. I want to talk about Kirk and Rasheeda because everybody's been online trying to get the math together based on what Rasheeda said about her and Kirk's, how long they've been married, in comparison to how old she is and how many kids they have and how old he is and when they got married. I also want to talk about Nicole Ari Parker and her comments that she made about her relationship and how she feels that she wants to maintain the newness and the freshness of her relationship and wants to feel like she's single. And then I want to talk about when something is not your place to say. What do you say, or how do you answer the question without giving away the answer? Because when someone asks you a question, and we can just start with this. So when somebody asks you a question and it's not your place to say, and you say it's not my place to say, you really just give away the answer, right? Because you're avoiding the answer with another, you're answering you're avoiding the answer. So that typically gives away the answer. When somebody says, I can't really talk about that, it's really like, based on how the person asked the question, if they ask an affirming question, it just depends on how the person asked the question, whether or not you can say or give away the answer to a question that they just asked. So the reason why that this came up, because I was listening to a report about Teddy Riley and Babyface, how they were supposed to do their challenge. And I'm kind of upset because I missed RZA and Premiere. I don't know. Like, I don't know why I didn't see that. That was not on my radar. I'm mad that I missed it. I'm really mad that I missed it. I guess I can go back and watch it somewhere. But Teddy Riley, Babyface came out and said that he had La Caroña, right? Teddy Riley said that it was not his place to say. So when someone asks you, where is someone, and you're like, it depends on how the question is answered. So if somebody asked the question specifically, I just answered my own question. If the question is asked specifically, how you doing? Then you can, the way that you answer the question by avoiding it gives the answer away. So if the question is very specific, so it all depends on how the person asked the question, right? Because Teddy Riley said it was not his place to say that Babyface had La Caroña. I was thinking to myself, well, somebody asked him, was he sick? And then they asked, what, did he have corona? And then he was like, that's not my place to say. So you're like, you just answered the question. I guess it just depends. So that was strange. So this man, the man, what do we call him? Earl, who is around here. I guess he's picking up trash. He's an old black man. But he just went into this trash can right here, and he threw out, I guess it's for the animals, because he threw out what looked like pieces of chicken out of the trash can and just threw them on the grass and then just walked away. So I'm guessing he's taking them out taking the food out of the trash can to give to the animals that are in this park, maybe. If so, that's pretty cool. That's pretty dope. Okay, so anyway, because I was like, what is those pieces of chicken? It was like 3 big ass pieces of chicken. And I guess, don't throw them in the trash. Leave them on the ground for an animal to eat, I guess. That makes sense to me. So how do you tell somebody it's not your place to say without giving out the answer? That's my question. So get down in the comments and tell me what you think. You got to think about it a little bit, because like as I was thinking through it or processing it, because I just asked a question and didn't even process it until right now. So, I guess it depends on how the person if the person is specific enough with their questioning. You have to learn how to question people. Learn how to ask questions. You want an answer, you have to learn how to ask the right question. Right answer, right questions, right answers. Because if somebody were to say, yeah, if they were to, it's not my place to say, does Babyface have corona? It's not my place to say. Then somebody would be like, oh, okay, so he does. You know what I mean? Or if you say, is he sick? It's not my place to say. Because that's more general, right? It's more of a general question. It just depends on how the person asks the question. Okay, I answered my own question. But, what do you think? Because I might not have the right answer. I guess this could be multiple answers to that, right? All right. So, Kirk and Rasheeda. Okay, so there was, a few years ago, Tasha K did a video about Kirk and Rasheeda and their age difference and how old Rasheeda was when she got married. And how Kirk is so much older than her, which, to be honest, until yesterday I didn't know that Kirk was over 50 years old. And, that's just the way our genetics are set up. I did not think, I thought he was like in his late 40s. I did. But I did not think that he was over 50, like 51, 52. I did not know that. And I've always said for years that And this is just math. Now, we don't even have to say it's Kirk and Rasheeda. We could just use the numbers, okay? Because we could remove them out of the equation, not even talk about them, and just remove the numbers, and it can come out to, you know, what everybody is suspecting based on, you know, the receipts.
You want me to bring the receipts? Do I need to bring the receipts, baby girl? Because I got receipts.
Do you want me to get the receipts? Do you want me to get the receipts, honey? But Kirk was born in 1969, according to the internet, right? So and then it's so funny because Kirk and Rasheeda are really funny. So anyway, so it's all coming out that Rasheeda was probably 17 years old when she married Kirk, and he was over 30, right? So that's kind of strange, right? Right. I don't know why you be 31 years old. I don't know what about a 17-year-old would interest you. I don't know what type of emotional intelligence you would have to have, but that is a trend in the United States of America. It spans across all cultures where girls are married off young, and I guess because there's so much, I think it's weird when we're seeing a couple who's so contemporary, right? Because we're used to hearing stories of girls getting married at 16 and 17 years old, right? We've heard these stories over and over, but those were like our grandparents, maybe like the last of the people getting married at 18 and 19 years old are like the baby boomers. You know what I'm saying? I think it's kind of moved on to like the baby boomers, and the young baby boomers were probably the last ones, like the kids born in the late 60s. They're probably the last ones who got married at 18 and 19, 20 years old. Because that shit now, today, when you look back at that shit, is dumb as hell. You should not be getting married to anybody at that age. I don't give a damn. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what none of y'all say. I don't care under what circumstances. I don't care. No child should be getting married at 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. My parents were 18 and 19 years old when they got married. You don't have, your brain cells are not together enough to understand what you just did. And you need to live your fucking life. You need to live your life. You need to develop, understand what you like and what you don't like. All of that shit is creepy as hell. But that is where you live in a society that we live in, where the men are in control. They make rules like that. Oh, the age of consent, right? I always say the age of consent is not for older men to be able to be like, all right, at 16, I can go and fuck that girl. No, that is not for that. That's for kids of those ages to have sex with each other, right? Because now there are laws where a child sends another child pictures of themselves nude. They can get in trouble and be registered as sex offenders for sending child pornography. There are laws for children. And there are laws for adults. These are not, those age of consent laws is not for you, old ass man, disgusting man. They're not for you. They're not for y'all. They're for children. So when they start growing up and growing into themselves and trying to figure out their sexuality and their bodies and things like that, which is natural and should not be demeaned or discouraged, right? They should be educated, because it's going to happen whether you like it or not. Because you know, when you were that age, your friends were having sex, and if they weren't, they were lying to you, okay? Because I was in junior high school when the girls was having sex in an all-girls Catholic school. So you're not going to tell me that the shit don't keep going and going and going and going and going. But those are not for old and who are getting picked up from junior high school by old-ass men. Right? With the age of consent, that's not for you. That's for other kids to be able to explore themselves. Not you. Okay? I know I was all over the place. But I'm just saying, I think it's gross. Rasheeda was 17, then they get on the internet and they start lying. Y'all cannot, it's very difficult when you are putting things on paper in the form of licenses and certificates to get on the internet and to say that it's not true. Now, depending on the date that they were married, Rasheeda might have been 18 years old, because you're just going by the year. You don't know the date that they were married, right? Rasheeda was born in 1982 and got married in 1999. That would make her 17 or 18 years old. That would still make Kirk over 30. I don't give a damn how old she was 17 or 18. You still over 30, my nigga. That's gross. I don't give a damn if she was 18. You 30 years old. You're gross. But that's looked at as normal out here. It's not normal for you to marry off a girl like that. I don't know what Tasha K's things was saying. It was a lot of shit saying. I don't know. I tried to listen to it, but once again, I can only take that lady in doses. And it's like too much yelling and and all that other shit. I can't listen to that over and over again. So I only listened to a bit of it, but it was very like, you just like, just out of here, just extraordinary, right? So I just looked at the internet, right? I didn't want to hear that story. It was just too much. It was just, and then sometimes it gets too vulgar and I don't want to hear all that shit. It's just too much. At the end of the day, it just depends on what year Rasheeda and Kirk, what month Rasheeda and Kirk got married, because she is a Taurus. She's born in May. She might be a Taurus. I don't know May. I don't know when her birthday is. I saw May. I'm just assuming she's a Taurus. I don't know. But at the end of the day, Kirk, you was old. That's gross. I don't give a damn. I don't care if she was 18. She was 18. That means she was legal. Well, anyway, the age of consent in Georgia is 16 years old. In the southern states, all of the age of consent is like 15, 16, very young. Very young. And I just explained earlier, it's not for you old ass niggas full of worms. It's not for y'all, okay? Siphoning these girls' energy, this youthful energy, because you feel old and your hairline is starting to recede. But Kirk, I did not know that man was over 50 years old. I thought he was like in his late 40s, right? And then Rasheeda's supposed to be 38 years old, which I've always thought she was lying about her age. But listen, honey, if you get married at 17, 18 years old, and the man that you're with is over 30, and you say you only have 2 kids by him, and y'all have 7 kids all together, you would look old too, bitch. Your ass would look old as shit too. Now, I'm not saying 38. That's what they're saying. I don't believe she's 38. I believe that Rasheeda is more about 45, 44, 43, 45. Like the age, like Madison, like Candy, that in that age range. I don't think she's 38. But once again, if your man is sticking his raw penis and you got 5 kids outside of your marriage, but then she keeps saying that Kirk Jr. is her child, but you said on Love and Hip Hop you had 2 together, so you share 2 sons, but in this thing where y'all like laughing like, ha ha ha, y'all don't even know what y'all talking about. I got a 19-year-old son. But you said on Love and Hip Hop y'all have 2 sons together, so now it's 3. So if you have a 19-year-old son and you 38 years old, okay. So is it 3 or 2? Like, that's what I like. But then at the end of the day, it's not like, the crazy part of it is not like any one of these crazy ass bloggers can go down to the Georgia and pull the damn marriage license. Like I don't understand, like, that it's really that easy, because it is a matter of public record. So I don't know why they would get on to the internet and lie And like somebody else said, like, girl, you out here you have 5 kids outside of your marriage and you want to lie about your age? Come on. Why would I? Then Kirk said, I'm not into young bitches. Okay, but the girl that you just had a baby with, another baby outside of your marriage, Cannon, you just had a baby, right? That girl is 20 years your senior, but you're not into you're junior, but you're not into young bitches. Girl, that shit is crazy to me. You're gross. You're gross. You don't want to seem like you're Robert Sylvester the molester Kelly. You don't want to act, you don't want to feel like that. But the nigga, that's you that nigga. You that nigga. If you was fucking with if you were 31, 30 years old, messing with an 18, 17-year-old, you're gross. You're gross. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care. That's not grown just because the law says it's grown. That's not grown physically and mentally and biologically, okay? Just like these sick bastards who think just because a little girl has a period, automatically she's supposed to be having babies and her body isn't even developed yet. It's time for her to have babies. At 11 and 12 years old, damn body ain't finished developing. Her damn brain ain't even come together yet. Come on. But it's like this mentality, and then like to say, well, they're legal. Okay, that's gross. That's so gross. It's just gross to me. It's gross to me. It's always been gross to me. It's always been gross. And then you want to call the girls fast. You want to call the girls fast. Yes, they are developing and coming into their sexuality, and that should be explored with boys or girls her age, in her age range. Not with old ass men. Like, I don't give a damn what y'all say. And at the same time, you telling these boys that their rite of passage is getting raped by an old ass woman. Like, the sick shit that we deal with in our society, and it's not even just in our community, baby, because that spans cultures. That sick thinking like that spans cultures. I don't know nothing about what she said, being adopted by him and all that other foolishness. That's what makes the shit stupid and outlandish and like National Enquirer, sitting at the grocery stand, in the line type, content. That's that. But at the base level, just take away all that fucking hoopla and all that other bullshit. At the base level, you was 31 fucking with an 18-year-old. That's gross. I don't care. I don't care. And that she's never gonna leave. That's what I was like, okay, yeah, now that makes sense. And there's like this video out where this girl is sitting across from Rasheeda, talking to Rasheeda, and was like, and Kirk is holding the camera, and she says, yeah, when I've known you since I was 17, when you used to come up to the school and pick her up. And Rasheeda goes, yeah, he got a fast ass car, I gotta get with him. Talking about Kirk, a 30-year-old rolling up to the high school. R fucking Kelly, my nigga. You don't want to associate yourself like that because it's gross and it's disgusting. And as gross and as disgusting as it is, you did it. You modeled the behavior, my nigga. So I don't care that y'all 38 and 51 now or whatever the hell. When you started with that relationship, the girl it was gross. But when your society is modeled in that way, some people are going to be like, yeah, that's normal. That's normal. That shit is not normal. That shit is not normal. And it really is. Nicole Ari Parker, she said that she wants to feel like she's living the single life, right? And she's saying that she wants to feel like her man is her boyfriend. She wants to get texts for no reason. And she wants the freshness and the newness back in her relationship. I think a lot of people deal with that in relationships. I think it's all fun, like, the honeymoon stage. She wants to, every now and again, she wants to step back into the honeymoon stage because that shit is fun as hell. It's fun. It's silly. It's like, it makes you feel like, you know what I'm saying? And then after the shit be like, okay. So what are we doing? What we having to eat? What we gonna eat tonight? So I can understand where she's coming from. I don't think it was in an inappropriate moment for her to say that. I think that I don't think that's isolated to their relationship. I think a lot of people go through that in their relationship. But when you got somebody like, you thinking, in my head, I'm looking at Nicole Ari Parker and Boris Kodjoe, like, because I think Boris Kodjoe is a nice specimen of a male human. I really do. Like, I don't know, his big ass head, I don't know, but he's very handsome, and he is very pleasing, aesthetically pleasing to my eyes, okay? I don't give a damn what your eyes see. My eyes, I'm pleased when I look at that man, okay? And for her to say it's no newness, it's no, are you boring? You looking at him thinking his fine ass, but maybe he's lazy. Maybe he's gotten lazy, because sometimes when they're very, very, very handsome, they get very lazy. They're lazy, right? But I don't see the problem with her saying, I want newness in my relationship. Maybe they could work on it while they're being quarantined. Maybe she could get dressed up. They can set the table up, have a little date night or whatever. Because I think that would, they can practice. You know what I'm saying? She said, I want to feel single. Like, maybe the chase of it all, when people are getting to know each other, that shit is fun as hell. The beginning stages of this shit is fun. So it's like, and what's really cool is that because you are always changing as a human being, because you're not the person you were when you met your partner, you grow, right? And it's like, what are you into now? Get to know each other again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think there's so many ways that you can bring back the newness in the relationship. You got to be in a good place. That's one. You can't be in a bad place trying to say, I feel like I want freshness in my relationship. I think it has to be like, you know what we should do? Like that. Don't be in a fight, because then it's going to feel like a chore. Make it feel a bit like, oh, this is what we should do. Let's do this. But you got to be in a good place at the time. You can't be fighting and be in a bad place when you bring up the idea of having some young, fresh, and new, tender moments. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think. What do y'all think? Did y'all see it? He was looking like, girl. He's like, you are spilling too much tea, bitch. What the fuck? His ass is so cute, and he's funny as hell. He's not corny like, what's the boy's name who I think is just extremely corny? Oh, Shamar Moore. Shamar Moore is a different kind of cute for a different kind of woman. I find him extremely corny. Like, his personality is so corny to me. But him and Boris are the same kind of fine, but a different kind of fine. You understand what I'm saying? Shamar Moore, I think his personality ruins it for me. He's just so stiff and just so corny, and he I don't know. He's just like, I don't know. I'm not into it. But I think Boris is cute. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Boris Kodjoe and Nicole Ari Parker. I hope they're getting the freshness and the newness in their relationship. Are y'all doing that? Because I'm sure you in your house with your partner, what are you doing? Are you practicing social distancing? They said, we might see a baby boom. We might. We'll see. We'll look out. We're going to be on the lookout for it. Anyways, y'all, I gotta go. I'm gonna go home and relax and for a second, and then get to work. What do y'all think about Rasheeda and Kirk? I know I went off about that, but that's gross to me. I don't care. I don't give a damn. I don't care what's legal. Honey, let me tell you something. It's legal. It's the law. There used to be laws that used to say that your ass couldn't be out after a certain hour. So not all laws are good, okay? They're not good. Not all laws are good. Just because it's a law doesn't make it the law. I guess when you say morally, that's gross. She ain't going nowhere. She's a beautiful girl. Her and Janelle Monáe look so much alike. Rasheeda. She's sitting up there. He talking about, I'm not into no young girls. Kirk, shut your ass up. The last woman you had sex with outside of your marriage and had a baby with was 20 years younger than you, okay? So you are into young girls. Trevor moving around here. I don't know what he's looking for, but honey, let me go, because you're doing too much snooping. I don't know what he's looking for. Anyways, y'all, I'm out of here. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. And we'll get down in the comments. Peace.